Don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the call. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our every day. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't celebrate. We're the zero holders, so after we say, zero holders are after we say. Say. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The none for your money is to live in the tree.
All right, boys, Mega GMs. How we doing, man? Happy Friday, December 20th. Yo, I'm crazy, but I'm like still kind of recovering from the big show Thursday. Not even from like the show itself. It's like the prep for the show is bonkers. I might talk about that a little today. I might shit talk some of that today. I was trying with something like that. I feel out what I should and shouldn't say. It's like this is like this is my comfy, this is my home, right? So like I feel like I can say things, and that said, it's very public too. So maybe I can't, maybe I shouldn't, and all that stuff. Whatever. Maybe I do. Maybe I do it. DK, good to see you, brother. Good morning. CJ, good morning. Great to see you, sir. Choina, good morning. I know we only get Choina for a couple minutes here. We'll take it, bro. We'll take it. BTC, good morning. How's everybody's week? Good week? Hope everybody had a good week. It was a busy one. It was a fun one. The market's still bullshit. We'll do our usual today, too. We'll do our market talk. We'll do some NFT, actually some cool NFT stuff to talk about today. We had the Jake Paul fight last night. I didn't stay up to watch. I crashed so early this week, guys. Holy cow! Like I'm like exhausted after the big show Thursday. And I think you guys know the big show Thursday. I'll still mention it here, but had a big show Thursday. Had a 12-hour marathon stream over on the Crypto Slam account. And incredible guests, like just honored to talk to everybody that joined. From Hoods, good morning. From like Amir from VPay to what's up, Luke? Good morning, man. It was a cool thing. From VPay and Dr. Emma Sage and Big Will kicking off the show with those guys to then getting somebody from the Virtuals team on, which is really special. They don't do that. They don't show up on these shows. They don't. And I hope it was the start. At least I got to tell him during that segment, say, hey, dude, we want to talk to you more. And we don't need to or want a ton of your time unless you'll give it. But we just want to talk to you. We want to hear from you guys. And it sounded like he didn't know that. He also didn't know I've interviewed like 50 plus, Virtuals projects. He didn't know. So that was pretty cool. Oh, Luke, real cool. Okay, so Luke's talking about, we had Jay Squiggle, Jared Pauls from 8nap Art on to talk about art. It was a really comprehensive show talking about like everything in crypto, which was really cool. Really cool. I'm not English. I'm not the #1 Virtuals influencer. I know you're being a smartass, but I'm not. It's Big Will's like got that spot. I was the first to do a show, but Big Will's the guy for that. Yatsu came on the show, and I re-listened to the Yatsu segment, which he was scheduled for 15 minutes, and he stayed for like 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. And Big Will's fucking awesome, dude. He's great. And I would butt heads with him on certain takes and stuff, but he's a great guy, and he like believes what he says, and I respect that dude a ton. I like Big Will. He's the Virtuals guy, though. Big Will is the Virtuals guy. A lot of you guys know me, because from Virtuals too, right? Because I talk about it every day. But that's all he does. All he does is Virtuals. But I got to tell you, man, I'm going to re-listen to the Yatsu thing even again because he is a genius. He is. And I wish I prepped harder for that to steer him towards other topics. But when he was actually, I had prepped. But when Yatsu's going off, you let him go off. He said something that I thought was so fucking cool that I might even pull up like the segment, but he was talking about, I was trying to ask him, not trying, I did ask him about the caliber of builders in the space. Like, forget the market. You go to all these events and you're like mixing it up with the biggest and best builders here in the blockchain industry. I'm like, what can you say about the quality of people who are in this space now? And he went off there and he started talking about how crypto products are not just financial products. He said they're political products. That every, and I hope I'm doing it justice. I think we should even play the segment, but every smart contract that's out there and every product or platform people are putting out there, they're also making political statements in their code. It's like, in a way, your smart contract is written in a way to undo or change the way something is done right now, and you have your statement about the way it should be done, and often it is a political reason, right? And I'm using that kind of broadly, but that the reason we're building here, financial, yes, but also there's you know there's kind of a revolution aspect to it too. And him saying that, I'm like, dude, that is such an interesting way to look at it, that every smart contract is a political statement. Not exactly his words, but I think that's what he was saying. I'm like, dude, this guy, you only talk like that when you've been doing this stuff as long as he has, and he understands this at a different level. He's like, okay, I've been going deep in Dune, like the Dune books and movies, and I'm going hardcore obsession mode with Dune. And like when Paul drinks like the water of life or whatever, and he starts seeing the future and sees the different outcomes and whatever, that's Yatsu. You only talk like he talks about this industry and every single little thing about it when you have a different kind of understanding, and there's nobody like him. That guy's a genius. Absolute fucking genius. That part of the show was super special. And it was a real true honor to get to chat with him, and I hope I can do it again one day. I do, because I could chat with him forever. And again, I think he had fun. I don't think he would have stayed over his 15 minutes if he wasn't digging it. So again, we got him like almost 45 minutes. It was awesome. We'll pull that up. Man. We'll definitely bring that up. We'll definitely bring up the fight. So that was a treat. I'll tell you this too. Chatting with David from Base was awesome. Real cool guy. And what's cool is connecting with those guys, and then afterwards, hey, love for you to come back sometime. And everybody's like, yeah. So I think I've got, we're building a little relationship with all these people too to get him back. The guy from Yahoo Finance, Mike, head of, I think Mike is the head of partnerships. Mike said yes. Mike is down to come back and talk Yahoo Finance more. And we'll definitely do that, right? On the Crypto Slam side, we're going to be powering their NFT metrics and their dashboards and all that good stuff. So we're working with Yahoo Finance, and Mike will come back too, which is awesome. Would love to work deeper with that base team, though. I'll tell you that. Would love to work with the base team and get them on here more. And I think we will. We'll keep pushing that angle, but it was awesome. It was awesome. Again, I'll say the show itself, when I get on a show, is where I start feeling more comfortable. Not that I wasn't nervous, and I wasn't really nervous, but not that I'm, like, it's a performance, right? It's a performance. I'll tell you, though, the work that went up to the show, like building the graphics and hoods, I'm sorry, I still never got back to you. I feel like an asshole. It was like, dude, my days were like 12 hours minimum. 12 hours was nothing. The days were like 17 hours of like, that is the hardest I've ever worked in my life. And I've worked like in the thick of COVID, working in an IT department and getting people's computers built and shipped mobile and, to their homes. And I've worked really, really hard for a long time. And I've had those days in like weeks where it's like an incredible grind, right? You've got those times in your life where the work stands out. And this past week definitely was the hardest I've ever worked. And it was exhausting, dude. It was exhausting. And I'll just say this. It didn't need to be what it was. It was like needlessly difficult. And all it is an opportunity to do this stuff better. Just better. Give it the proper time and give it the time it needs to be built out. And I've learned a lot from it. I hope a lot of people learned from it, behind the scenes. It was really fucking hard, and it didn't need to be. And it fucking kicked my ass. It really kicked my ass. After the show, I crashed. I went to bed at show ended at 4. I was in bed by 4:30, and I woke up at 4 the next day. I slept like 12 hours. And even yesterday, still fucking beat. Like, feel good, but like I can tell, like my brain wasn't all the way back. Today, I'm feeling pretty good. I bet tomorrow, 100%. Actually, to that point, English, it's funny because I asked English about this morning. I wasn't even looking for like recovery stuff. I just decided to take creatine again because it's good for like brain alertness and shit. But I remember that blue shit, the blue methylene. I bought some of this methylene blue 1% because I was reading um what is it? Creatine plus this is like a really good hack for like brain energy focus, whatever. I haven't tried it yet. It just came in. It was at my door overnight. And it's probably a scam. Like it probably doesn't do shit. But if any of you have ever used it, I'm real curious your thoughts. Methylene blue. Methylene blue. You know? Is it bullshit, Chad? Is it bull? I was okay with it being bullshit. I'll try anything, right? Yeah, Hoods, don't take it personal, dude, at all. I appreciate you a ton. I do, and we'll hook up. I just man, there was zero time for anything. It's not good unless you have something fucked up at the molecular level. I thought it was good for like blood oxygen or something. Um, yeah, I'm curious. Maybe I'll even dig into it a little bit here. You know, while we're live. Not now. I'd rather talk some fun stuff. Anyway, we're live. On Kick, Pump Fun. I think we're. Sometimes I can't tell because the screen shows black. I can't tell. If anybody's looking on Pump Fun, can you tell me if the video's actually up? Because I look on Pump Fun, it's a black screen. And let me see. Abstract, we're good on now. We're on retake, but same thing. Screen's black. Oh, let me ask. Hey, because I can tell people are replying on retake. On retake, hey, is my screen black or do you see the video? I don't know. Maybe my browser's messed up. YouTube looks good though, so we're good over here. It's where you guys are, I know. So appreciate you tuning in. Hit the like, by the way, wherever you are, but you should probably come over to the YouTube side. DK, let's dose together, man. Cats, good morning, brother. Good to see you. Oh, look at this. Okay. Jeffrey's been using it. What do you notice about it, dude? Like, does it help? Yeah, Cats, we're talking about methylene blue. I remember, okay, I only heard like what's his name? RFK kind of put this on the radar, right? Because RFK, you see that he was like on a plane, you see him putting the drops of this blue shit in his water. I had never heard of it before that. But again, I'm up for testing anything. Nothing replaces working out. Like I know this. Like the best, brain power fuel, whatever, period is getting on the treadmill and lifting heavy weights. The end. Yeah, for sure. And I need to get back to that. It's been a year, dude. It's been a year. I was hitting it hard a year ago and felt great. Felt fucking great. And then I fucked my back up because I work out in my garage when it's negative 15 out, right? And I fucked up my back. And the worst I've ever fucked it up, I couldn't move for a month. And then I just hadn't gotten back into it since, and I need to. Okay. It acts as a redox. Donates electrons to the people with specific mitochondrial dysfunctions. Okay. It does help with brain fog, gives some energy. Interesting. English is awesome. English is a health guy. Like English knows this shit. English is like, I can't tell if I don't remember if he used to be like a personal trainer kind of thing, but English like knows this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna drink the bottle today. No, I'll do the right dose, but I'm down to try anything. In fact, even when, I talk a lot about mushrooms here. I haven't microdosed in months at this point. I think it's time to microdose. Ah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, English knows this shit. He really does. English really does this. Okay, are we good? Are we centered finally? Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to try it. I'm gonna try it. Okay, are we good? What am I looking for here? Um, yeah, it's good. When I was lifting last year, English was really good helping me with like the diet stuff. Because when I started lifting, I do it stupid. I go hardcore. I just do everything very, very hardcore. But I went stupid hardcore. Like I ate no carbs, like all protein, and I was lifting, and it was fucking awesome. And I could feel it. And then I hit this weirdo wall where I could fall asleep out of nowhere. I could just I felt like I was gonna pass out all day. And he's like, "You're not eating carbs. You're a fucking idiot." I never felt like that in my life ever. That was the weirdest feeling. Weirdest fucking feeling. Okay, again, hit the like on the show, subscribe on Inside NFTs, follow me at Huda_idiot over on X. Um, PFP, it's a V1 punk. V1 punk, the original crypto punk. I still will call him a crypto punk, even if it's not the expensive crypto punk. It's a V1 punk. V1 punk. Yo, I need ETH. Yo, I need ETH to dumb like usual for your. I got you. English, it was crazy, dude. I was fucked up. And it was a couple weeks where I'm like, dude, what is this feeling? I'm like, what is going on? It was crazy. Anybody who needs a quick rundown of V1 punks, let me know. I'm always down to go the V1 punk story. For anybody who doesn't know, crypto punks, right? Everybody knows crypto punks. The version that's out there that's worth at this point $80,000 wasn't the first iteration of them. V1 punks are the first iteration. There was an error in the contract, so they had to remint the collection and airdrop it to everybody who had the V1 punk. So the V2s are the current expensive crypto punks. The V1s are like the error print, and they're still worth a decent amount. They're worth like maybe $5,000 or $6,000 or so right now, but they're the original. I didn't hear that, Cass. What did he say? That's cool. I didn't hear that. I was listening in, and he said something about I don't remember. He mentioned I didn't hear a shout out. That's cool. I like Will. He's a good guy. Again, I don't agree with some of his takes, maybe even a lot, but I love his hustle and his grind. And and even the takes I don't love, I still respect and I like him. Like Will's a great dude. I would love to do a show with Will. You know what I mean? Like I would like to work with that guy at some point. Like I think that'd be cool. What's up, Musty? Good morning. Musty, did you catch any of my show? I'm so curious because I have people who tune in for the weekend thing because we just bullshit, right? It's what the weekend show is. It's just us getting to hang and bullshit. And they don't watch my other stuff, which is totally cool. But I bet you half the people here don't watch the other thing and didn't see it or anything, which again, totally cool. I don't give a shit. But that was cool. And I want to do a special shout out to my Kongs fam. I'm gonna switch my PFP to Kongs because I don't need love from anybody. This might sound shitty, or I don't know if it does or not. But, like, I invited GVC to the show, and it was a no from them, and I got that no, like, 2 weeks later. It took so long to get just the no. Like, like, this is a big thing to put together. Just give me that no. And respect, by the way. I'm just saying it. I'm just talking. But I've asked them to come on at this point, like, 4 or 5 times, and they've never come on a thing, and you guys know I support GVC like crazy. Like crazy. But no love from GVC. I don't get the good vibes from GVC. I'm gonna go. PFP's got to go back to the Cyberconks because they do show love. And I appreciate them, and I of course appreciate Henry. And look, the goal. I don't have a goal. Maybe I should have one because it keeps you driven. But I respect Henry, and I love Henry. Obviously, he's my brother, but he's my best friend. And if Henry's saying like he believes I'll have the biggest show or one of the biggest show in cryptos in 5 years, that'd be sweet. I don't work and build towards that. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. It's good to set yourself, your goals and your targets. Maybe I should. I recognize there's an opportunity there, but it takes doing what I did last week and doing that every single day. And what the hell? I'm here doing it every day anyways. Why not put in that level of work, effort, whatever? Um, if I had a team, it would help, right? When I do my show with Henry, it's not just me. It's me and Henry doing it with a couple other people behind. Well, one other person behind the scenes with graphics and stuff. Putting on a show, doing it solo, I don't believe you can get to like a top show with just one person. If you're like charismatic and like if you're a thread guy, you could. But then again, thread guy has a whole team. It takes a team. So I don't know if I can get there without a dedicated team for a show. I don't know. But it should be a goal, I guess. And I can see that reality. And I'm up against the clock, man. I'm up against the clock. I am. Like, I don't know how long I'll be able to do what I do right now. And I'm fortunate to be able to do it. But yeah, if Wizards didn't exist, I'd rock to Jenny. That's cool. Yeah. Hoods, I appreciate Hoods. We should chat. Like, if we can make it a more communal effort, I'm down. I've just rethought a lot because for a while I'm like, nah, I got this by myself. I'm not great at working with other people because I'm real protective over what I do and I'm very controlling and shit. And I know this. And then when I realized, well, you're only going to get this far on your own, like as far as I've gotten right now, which is what, few thousand subs on YouTube, which is amazing. But you have to, if it's going to be bigger, it has to be a bigger team. You stream on Twitch at the same time or just YouTube? I don't stream this on Twitch. I do this one on Kick. I should do Twitch. I guess I should. In fact, do I have Twitch connected? Let me see. I should do Twitch, huh? Because we do Chart Monkeys on Twitch, and I think we get way more viewers over there. Do I have Twitch connected here? No. You know what? That's a great point. I think today I'll get the Twitch account set up and start going. Actually, no. I do. Let me see what happens if I try going there. I don't even know what account this is going to, but let me try it out. Okay, so now we're streaming on Twitch, and I don't know where it's going. Let's check. Let me see. Marty, I love you, dude. You're awesome. Confusion, GM, man. Okay, I think it's inside. It might be inside NFTs over here. Yeah, shit. I don't know where this is going. Let me see if it's going to like my personal. No. How would I even find this? Oh, I know. NFT LDR. Okay. All right. I've got a Twitch account and it's live over there. So there we go. I have to get a lot better at X. I just have to do X. I do nothing. But yeah. Part of it's like self-sabotage, right? Part of it is, especially before I used to be, like I used to do the thing that's like so counterproductive. I was like nervous. I don't want people to watch because I get nervous if a lot of people watch. So I would purposely just go, let me just do the thing. Let's grow it organically, not talk about it if people find it, whatever. You're not going to grow. Like it doesn't make sense. Yeah, you're right. Musty there. And it's the same with X. I wouldn't tweet because I'm like, well, I know if you tweet and you get good at it, people are going to watch you. And I'm like, I don't want people to watch. Again, it's stupid. It's like, it's stupid. But now you're right. You're right, Musty. I have the connections. I have the guests. I have the experience now to do it. And so then to do it and take it to that next level where it's like a known thing, it's more polish, more production, all marketing. Got to be in the right places like Twitch. Got to have the branding right, but I've got to tell people it exists. The most important thing. Nobody knows it exists. Other than the people who find it accidentally. Anybody who's found their way here, it's an accident or they just know me. Nobody's discovering this, just out there. Other than the only time the discovery happens is hot topic, right? Big trending story in the morning, and I have that in my stream title, and then people find it, right? Because that's algo. You know what I mean? So yeah, you have to play the game and fake it till you make it. Yes. Yep. Yep. Exactly. It's exactly that. I don't want the pressure of it. Um, you know, there's times way less now, definitely a ton before where I'm just too like self-conscious, and that's like it's the worst thing. Like that's the worst. If you give a shit what people think of you, you shouldn't be doing this shit. And I've really grown to the point where I don't, you know, I don't, and then there's a little element where you do. So, um yeah. And that's the thing, Musty, the coolest thing is, like you're saying there, what's on the other side of it, right? On the other side of it, if you do that stuff, it is a money thing. There's a lot of money to be made doing this stuff. At first, not as much as people think, I'm assuming, right? But if you really do it and you really become one of those top shows, that can be your career. And when I say make a lot of money, I just mean you can make that your career. You could survive off of it. It doesn't mean you're retiring from it. Doesn't mean you're making $250,000 a year, but you can make that your career. You can do it. So, man, I mean, somehow, some way, I need to find a way to open this up and make it a team effort for anybody willing to be a part of the thing. Just people have to know I have no money. I have nothing to comp anybody with other than if we make it a team effort, the team's name is on everything. You know what I mean? Something like that. Now, this is something I was hoping, Mike, um, that was gonna like make it all easier for me, was that I can have AI just write my tweets and have an AI agent on X that did all my promo and all that stuff. And it's probably good enough where it can do that now. So maybe, yeah, I don't know. But honestly, when I talk from the heart too, a lot of times that's just the stuff that works, and maybe it's just got to do more of that. Trying to great to see you, man. Great to hang with you. Have fun. But yeah. Point is, I've maxed out what I can do with what I do. Like how I do things now, and it's awesome. But there's a whole other level. There's multiple levels above this, and I can't reach him doing what I'm doing now. Gotta go that next step. Uh, the past week and how hard it was showed me a lot. I learned so much this week. Like I learned so much this week on, I did this thing this way. It was this hard. Was it worth that effort for what it got? Okay, well, how do you do that again, but do it easier? Or what were you doing that you wasted time on that you shouldn't have? Like I learned so much this past week. I can't wait to sit with the team and tell them what we did right, what we did wrong. And I told the team even yesterday, I'm like, I'm coming to that meeting very negative, and don't take it negative. I'm super critical of stuff, and nothing. We could have had the perfect show and it wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been good enough to me. I'm like very critical, and I think that helps me. I think that's actually a good thing. I think that helps me spot the places we can improve much better. I have a feel for this stuff now. 2.5 years I've been doing this. I see all of the holes. I see all of the places that are weak. I see all of the things that are working. I see them. I see them. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Musty. Yep. For me, it's like if I can get all those very obvious things and knock them out, show just from that alone goes next level. And then there's more. Um, well, funny enough, Mike, I still use the word negative, and I was like checked on that. And it's like, well, let's reframe that, and let's be, let me find the wordings. I gotta find it because it's funny. Yeah, I said I'm coming at this and I'm gonna be very negative, and I'm going to be. I'm gonna be brutal. I'm gonna shred this thing, you know. But it was put back to me and reframed as, well, let's approach it with where's the opportunity. And I'm like, we'll get to that. But first I'm gonna say all the things that were bullshit that shouldn't have been. I like to hear things a certain way. I like that. I want somebody to tell me how fucking awful certain things were and how bullshit certain things were. I need that. I want to hear stuff that way. If other people don't like it, whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm talking behind the scenes. I like it that way. I just need to be as real as I can with this stuff, and I don't want to play like office politics and what. No, I'm going to be really fucking real. This was bullshit. We shouldn't have done this. This was a big mistake because of this, this, and this. We should never do that thing again. And then we'll get to how do we fix it and how do we make it, a constructive conversation. But to start, no, I'm going to fuck some shit up. That's just, and to me, that's part of the constructive process. We'll see how it goes. The team's going to see another side of me here. Let me go back to that. Twitch is Prime integration, so people may sub. Oh yeah, cool. Yep. Yeah, see, that's cool. I really should push that. By the way, okay, and I'll move on from this, but cool just to even get a reply from Yat and that he enjoyed the time. And I do want to go back and play some of that chat with Yatsu. Just he is a genius, a fucking genius, and everybody knows that. But like, it just hit me like just that he next level. That guy is on a whole different plane. Man, I kind of want to hit some of this methylene blue. Kind of want to hit some of that. Soon. Okay, hang on. Do you guys notice art all over the timeline? Like, my timeline is full of art, which is awesome. And I think it's two things. Art's kind of picked up probably a lot because of Beeple. And also it's because so many other people have left or are taking a break or whatever. You know what I mean? Art's all over the timeline. And I think some people are misreading it as it's art season. And it kind of is a little bit. But again, I think it's mostly the degens are kind of often TG groups or wherever. Just a lot less shit posting. At least my timeline, my feed looks like that. A lot of art though, and I'm not complaining. Okay, next year. I'll tell you this. This is not really a comment about the market. Maybe it is, but I'll just say this. I'm really optimistic. Again, not necessarily about the market next year, but a tweet I put out this morning. Actually, my last couple of posts are pretty optimistic, right? And it's because I'm feeling pretty optimistic. Hang on, let me get the other one up here. I'm starting to feel some good out there. Again, not in our wallets. None of that feels good right now. Where's the 6-7 meme? Hang on, where'd my 6-7 retweet go? Did that fucking disappear? Oh, there it is. Okay, two things. One, and I think I've said it here before too. I think 6-7 is the best thing, literally the best thing happening in the world right now. I know there's awful shit happening everywhere. I know, right? Like, I know. And wars and the economy and jobs and all this stuff. I know it's awful. I know it's awful everywhere. But like, the 6-7 meme, I think, is one of the most interesting things happening on the planet right now. Oh, we need to watch the Disclosure trailer too. Disclosure Day trailer. Holy fuck. Okay, 6-7 though. Look, if there's a meme out there and that my kids are in, hang on, TG. Thread guy said he bought 6-7 20 mil after saying it's shit and memes are dead for like, yeah, 6-7 is the biggest thing out there. No, does it mean meme coin goes to hundreds of millions or even 100 or no, but also maybe, but also 6-7. Here's what it is. Here's what I compared 6-7 to. I said 6-7 is the new Let's Go. You guys, you remember when Let's Go wasn't a thing? I remember this might sound stupid. I might be wrong about it, but I remember this way. I remember when I was younger and all of a sudden people started saying, what's up? Remember the what's up? Actually, I think I'm right about this because there was wasn't there that whole Budweiser commercial? Maybe I'm mixing shit up. I remember when you didn't used to say what's up. And then all of a sudden, everybody says, sup, what's up? Okay. Okay. Then all of a sudden, what, a decade ago? I don't remember how long, but all of a sudden, let's go became a thing, right? Like the coach did that, whatever, became a thing, the let's go thing. And now everybody says let's go. It's like a permanently baked into our fucking, culture now. Let's go. That was the thing, right? There was a time where we didn't say what's up, right? And then all of a sudden you did. And now it's just the thing we say. We've been saying it now for a few decades. And let's go is the same fucking thing. I think 6-7 is that too. I think 6-7 might be that kind of thing too, that is going to be a forever thing. And what's so cool about it is everybody gets it now. There's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's a what? I don't even know. It's a number and it happens and you celebrate. And man, if I just like boil that down to what it is like humans wanting to have something that's fun that everybody can enjoy together for just a second. It's like the most pure thing. It's the most telling thing that people want to like feel good and be connected and have a thing that all together we celebrate. It's cool. It's so fucking amazing. It is 6-7. Doesn't matter your race, your religion, your ethnicity, your sex, your whatever. None of it matters. 6-7 happens somewhere and everybody gets up and starts cheering, and your age especially doesn't matter. So like any other memes, if my kids, I start hearing memes from my kids and whatever, and if I do it, it's super cringe, right? And then it dies when the boomers start doing it. When the old people start doing it, it dies because it's like now it's fucking lame. 6-7's different. Kids love when grown-ups do it. It's the weirdest thing. Everybody loves when other people do it. You have arenas, whole arenas doing the 6-7 shit together. And I think it's the coolest thing happening. Again, the most important thing happening, because it tells me a lot about people, is we just want this like communal thing and like to be happy together for no reason, but it's programmed into us. We want it. I think this is the greatest thing happening. And so then I think the 6-7 meme coin could be one of the biggest ones. What, like, I don't even give a shit. Maybe not, whatever, but it's that big of a thing. I remember my daughter telling me about it. Thing was sitting at I don't know, 50,000, 50K market cap or something. That thing has got some ridiculous potential. But anyway, 6-7 is a beautiful thing, and I'm happy to see it, Also feeling, and this hit me this week, I was sitting at the dinner table and I'm like, I zone out. I go into this weird, like autistic trance. It's not like daydreaming either. It's like daydreaming, but it's not that at all. And I do this, like I like, I love my alone time, and I don't get it much anymore because it's where I think my best ideas come, and everybody, I assume, has this. It's, when you're showering, sometimes it happens or whatever, but you get in this trance. I'll explain at least how it works for me. I get in this weird fucking trance and everything else is actually, it's not even that everything else is fog. Nothing else exists. I'm just like eyes open and I'm just like staring off blankly. I don't see anything. And I'm just like, feels like I'm getting visions or some shit. It sounds stupid, I know. But I was thinking a lot about AI. Talked about this week too. Was thinking about AI and, the whole AI is going to replace jobs. AI is going to lead to UBI and all that stuff. And, it's like, I don't believe anymore that's how it plays out. I believe it just makes us more productive, all that. But I started feeling really good about it. I started seeing like this outcome, like Paul Atreides, seeing like all these ways that things could happen. And then the one way that, not that I know will happen, but that I hope happens because it's beautiful, which is AI makes us more productive. Actually, let me back it up. The problem with the world today, so many of them, right? And again, it's the race stuff and it's the religion stuff and it's the politics and it's all these things. It's the internet and social media. It's all of these things. But I would always tell Henry, I'm like, dude, the one thing that's broken us, the one thing that changed everything, it's not social media. It's part of it, but that's not the thing that changed everything. To me, the thing that changed everything is, yes, the internet, but it's that businesses went from like normal, like you're open 9 to 5. Like, right. Most businesses had their open hours. And because of the internet, all of a sudden, everything for the most part is open 24/7. 24/7. Like everything is 24/7. Even if not everything, you get what I mean. Businesses really operate 24/7 now. And I'm like, that's what killed us. That's what killed us. That it didn't matter what level you're working at, that you're always thinking about your work. You're always looking at stuff related to work. You're checking your phone. You're getting emails any time of the day. You're always on at work, even when you're not on at work. And the expectation, because this is the way that businesses, corporations, whatever, can get their profits up. It's, well, you have more hours. You have your normal shift. You have your overnight shifts, whatever. It's just always on, always trying to make money, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And I'm like, that's what killed us. That's what killed us. That we're always on, always working, always thinking about that shit. And that's led to like just us being generally unhappy. It kills your free time, because even when you're free, you're looking. So it's the work-life balance thing. I think more than anything, that's what's ruined us. It's like work culture. Wall Street is going 24/7. It's official. It is. I mean, hell, look at Coinbase now offering, stock trading. It is going 24/7. They're coming to us, right? It is. Everything's going 24/7. Now, what like businesses and the work hours and all that stuff, nothing's going to change there. But oh, by the way, I gotta ask you specifically, Mr. Belmont Kane. Do you love Dune? Like, are you a Dune like fanatic? Very curious. This is, I've mentioned before, this is my oldest, closest friend. Like, known this man since I was 14, 15. Got a lot of war stories together. Awesome fucking dude. Phenomenal guitar player too, and fucking legendary gamer. Dude's awesome. This guy's name is in one of the Metal Gear games somewhere too, and like he's a maniac gamer. Anyway, my Paul Atreides moment. I saw the path. I saw the one path that everything is fixed. And separate from this, but related, which is AI. Yes, going to be awesome. Going to make us more productive. Dude, your mom's awesome. That's so cool. You and I had never talked Dune ever. We never did. But like, I watched Dune 1 like a couple of years after it came out. Like, I saw it. It looked like it was so cinematic that it looked like fake. It looked like sci-fi by numbers. You know what I mean? I thought it was like a formula. So I saw it and I avoided it because I'm like, this looks like bullshit. It looks like just some copy pasta kind of like new IP, sci-fi thing. So I skipped it. And then finally one day, and this is just a few years back, like a year before Dune 2 came out, I sat down and watched it. And if you've watched it, then I watched it. I'm like, holy fuck, dude, what is this? I'm like, this is like high art. Like Dune is spectacular. And so then I went and saw Dune 2, the day it was out in theaters. Oh my God, dude. Dune 2 blew me the fuck. Dune 2 is one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's one of the best movies of the past, like, 20 years or so. It's like that great. Yeah. Yeah. This man is in the game somewhere. There's those dog tags you can collect and they have names. Like he's in there. That's crazy. I remember you're a Blade Runner fanatic too. Yeah. I am obsessed with Dune now. Anyway, so again, Paul has the vision. He sees the one way, I see the one path. I see the whatever, however he says it. Okay. AI going to get excellent, going to make us more productive. It fixes, this is the most perfect outcome we could have. If it happens, I hope it happens. It fixes the 24/7 thing. It fixes the work-life balance thing. It's not just that you're still going to work around the clock like we do now and always be checking and this and that. It's that things still operate 24/7, but you don't have to be as plugged in. You're still going to work your job, and maybe it's 8 hours a day, and maybe it's 12, but maybe there's a scenario where it's more like 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day or something like that, and you have AI that runs a huge chunk of your work or your job or your tasks or whatever on autopilot. It does it for you. Meaning everything can stay as productive as it is now, but requires less human touch. In fact, I think it means everything is still more productive, less human hours. So nobody's losing their job. Everybody's still doing their job. In fact, probably doing more than ever, but it's mostly you prompting and pushing and guiding AI to do it for you. It's automated. As much as possible, things get automated. And that all of a sudden, that's where like the feeling of peace came from. Cause I'm like, wow, dude, imagine that if your job was for the most part, babysitting AI. And yes, you'd have times where it's full on working, prompting, programming, teaching. Maybe you're taking on some new work and it's you learning it. So like I'm not saying we're not going to work, but I think we work every bit as hard, but you work hard in these a few hours a day, keeping the AI doing its thing. And then, holy cow, what would that world look like if you're not working 40 hours a week, which at this point feels like nothing, right? I guarantee everybody here is 40 minimum, but you're probably more like 60 plus every week. And probably a lot of you here are a lot more than that. But what if that doesn't happen anymore because there's no need? What if it's your work week is 15 or 20 hours and it's good, legit work and you feel accomplished and you're getting stuff done, right? But that it's AI that's really, really doing this stuff for you, especially in your off hours. Maybe it is still you work 8 hours and you have AI that's working for you every hour in between. I that hit me and I'm like, God, that sounds so reasonable. That sounds so likely to actually happen. Yeah, yeah. Elon's been saying it's going to make us more productive. That working will be a choice, right? And the way he describes it, where it's like nobody's going to have jobs or very few. That's where I'm not fully with him, but he would know I wouldn't, right? But I think of it more like, well, you still have your job, but you just work a lot less. You work as hard, but you work that hard less. Elon talks about not universal basic income, but universal higher income. So what if your 3 or 4 hours of work every day equals the same amount of pay every day? Same thing, right? And what if businesses, companies, whatever, actually do get that much more productive where they're making more and then share more? And by the way, that's such a foreign thing now because they don't share. They're not very giving. But what if that actually does change and we're starting to see like little bits of that, like just the start of that now? And this is such a minor example, but we saw something like what BlackRock this week announced that for their employees, we got these new Trump accounts coming out, right? Every kid under 10 is going to get a Trump account and they're going to fund it with what, $1,000 or something like that, or 2,000, whatever that number was. And BlackRock said for our employees, every child of our employees, we're going to match that. I'm like, oh, dude, this is the start of something maybe really cool happening, which is, I talk about this in crypto a lot. Crypto projects would do so much better if they shifted their balance, like rev sharing something, dial it a little more in favor of your platform users. What if businesses were the same? And I know they don't want to, but what if they did want to? What if they were incentivized to do it? Dial things a little more in favor of their workers, give back more. It's all kind of, the pieces are all out there and they're starting to connect. Those dots are there. I'm connecting the dots. Maybe I shouldn't be, but when I see them connecting on their own, I start leaning more into it and saying, man, it really could play out that way. Really could. It really could. Musty. I don't have a big boy. I don't have a big boy money job, but my job doesn't come home with me. I can work overtime and get paid cash if I feel like it. If my day is 4 hours or 10 hours, I'm paid the same. Yeah, I get that, dude. I've thought of this before too. We all do. Maybe we've all had times in our lives where we made more money, but the way that works right now is when you make more money, you work a lot more and you don't get the time to enjoy it. And so then you do have a choice. Would you be happier working less, making less, or would you be happier working your ass off around the clock, no days off, and not having any time to enjoy anything else? I don't know. I don't know where I'm at with that too, by the way. I haven't taken a day off in almost 5 years. I have days where I come and I do like a few hours of work, and I consider, like, I love doing this stuff, by the way, but this is my work too, and I'm lucky where my work is my fun. So it's hard to say it's hard to say I don't have a day off, but I haven't in 5 years. Might be a little longer because I'm trying to think of when I shifted from my previous job to work in Web3 full time. I don't remember if I had a day off in between there, or I don't remember. But since I started full time Web3, Not a single day. And you guys know, like, right? Doesn't matter if it's a weekend, doesn't matter if it's a holiday, anything like that. Didn't matter. Just, and sometimes I'm like, is it worth it? Am I moving the needle? Whatever. I'm not making a ton of money from it either, for fucking sure. But I don't know. I think some things are coming that are going to be incredible, and it's not far off. It's over the next decade, and it's this what I tweeted this morning. I can't shake the feeling. I can't, especially this week, just the way it hit me. Fake news is one of those things that adds stress and adds. It's more than stress. Fake news is the thing that leads to, like, what happened to Charlie Kirk, right? Fake news is a thing that has people out there killing because these, like, crazy fanatical ideas. Fake news is a big part of that. Some of that real too. Make no mistake, a lot of that's real too. But fake news and some bad actors amplify all that shit. The fix for all of that, and I believe this, the fix for all of that is actually AI. The very thing that's adding to the problem right now is the same thing that fixes it. Just like we say with quantum computing, it's going to break cryptography, right? It's going to break the blockchain. It's going to crack our private keys, our seed phrases, which it will. But the smartest people out there say quantum computing is the solution as well. And to me, that's the same with AI. AI is a huge problem when it comes to fake news. AI is also going to be the solution to it too. Combining AI and blockchain, it's having these databases. Maybe it's sort of like what um Elon's doing with, I can't remember the term for it, but we have Wikipedia. And I used to use that as like the source of truth. And you can't anymore, man. You cannot. It's not. But picture if there were a Wikipedia, maybe was it Grokpedia or something like that they're doing. If you have something that is more, that is trusted, universally trusted, it has some kind of like stamp of like approval, official, verified, vetted, and we have like consensus. It's like we've agreed, yeah, no, this is what it is. And maybe it's still the info's there, but it's also community noted, so we know the context. You have something like that that's powering these AI platforms, these LLMs, these tools, these whatevers, and the data's on chain, and you can verify it in an instant. To me, that's part of the fix. It is, to me, it is the fix. AI is the fix for fake news. Actually, I think prediction markets are part of that story too. But we're playing right now with the tools that are the fix for some of these big old problems, man. Big old problems. I think those problems start going away. So it's the biggest problem is fake news and the 24/7 work life. And I still think this is the biggest one, 24/7 work life. But both of those fixed by the things we're playing with right now, which is wild. And I don't think it's far off. I don't think 10 years is a long time anymore. The older you get, the more you realize that's not a long time. So younger people hear 10 years and they're like, God damn, fucking forever, huh? It's not that long. And I make up the number 10 years. Who knows? But 10 years. And by the way, good old regular Joe, who's fucking awesome, added a little more. I hope aliens also come and make wars and religion and hate irrelevant. And that might be part of it too. That might be part of it. I believe we're getting closer than ever to actual disclosure. Maybe we'll jump to that now, but closer than ever to disclosure, which will change everything too. And look, like the 6-7 meme, and we're looking to actually be together. Look what 9/11 did, and how for a period of time, you remember that feeling after 9/11? Everybody you saw at your work, you're walking by somebody in the hall, you're in the elevator, everybody you saw, you said hi to, you waved to, you smiled at, you had a conversation with, that togetherness. The alien UFO, whatever disclosure thing might just do the same thing. It might just do it. And by the way, maybe this is all wrong. And in 10 years, things are worse than ever. And it's World War III and it's a nuclear wasteland. And maybe even the poles have flipped and none of us are here. Maybe it's going to be awful. I don't know. But I see that one path through. I see it. Musty. You have a nice middle ground. Get paid well enough to enjoy life. Bought the car you want. Take the kids on vacation. Yeah. See, that's cool. See, it sucks. I haven't taken my kids on vacation trying to think ever. No, we had some vacations. That's not real. But in the past 5 years, nothing. It's not cool. It ain't cool. I got to step all that up too. That's where I got to find my balance, right? I do this so much. I don't do that stuff. And I should. I'm losing years. And I know it's not good. 10 years is a long time in crypto. It's like half a lifetime. Yeah. Funny. Yatsu was even mentioning that too. Crypto years and timing and stuff. And yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Thoughts on rescheduled cannabis? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, marijuana's not as innocent as I used to believe it was, and also, I'm pretty libertarian with that stuff, like, legalize everything, but I also don't know. It's not benign, it's definitely not. It all comes down to the person, right? We could get into a gun debate even too. It comes down to the person and how they use it, but it's more like why they use it. Like, I hear a lot of people, they're like, "I have to smoke weed, it's the only thing that calms me down." I'm like, "But there's a problem there then." Like, there's a problem there, you know? Cats, true, it's facts, dude, facts. I see actually with them what not doing that does, not exposing them to stuff. I see how they get anxious in certain situations. I'm like, man, if we were out doing this and that and traveling and I'm like, they wouldn't feel that way. They would have an understanding of this thing that they're worried about is so small, you know? Attaboy, Luna. Yep, I think I'm right there. All drugs should be legal. Weed's not harmless. And the problem is not the drugs. It's, you know, it's something more personal. They were at Disney when they were very young, when we still lived in Florida, right? So that was 11 years ago or something. And yeah, it was a long time ago. In fact, I don't think Gwen was born. Oof, musty. Oof. That's cool. That's cool. Right? Yeah, that's cool. Truthfully, I don't make enough to do it. It's so expensive now. And also where there's a will, there's a way, right? I definitely know that. If you really want the thing, you can make the thing happen. And it doesn't have to cost money. Go out camping, right? Go on a road trip. Do it cheap. There's definitely ways to do it. Aliens are definitely real, bro. Aliens are 1,000,000% real. Maybe not the version that we're told about, but aliens are real. Or break off society, like humans that lived tens of thousands of years ago or more. There's something there. They're not fake. We're not the only thing. Um, Weed is stronger to me than cocaine. I can get with that for sure. I can. Psychedelics are crazy. I don't like narcotics. Like I could be, you know, I don't know if you should have a middle ground with this, but like I can easily be more okay with things like, you know, prescription drugs being illegal, but then again, it's like an arbitrary line. But like okay, where I say that some drugs are used and it's like it's the person and their issues causing them to use and use and use. Like some things, the addiction part is where it gets like that's the slippery slope. Some people try it and they just get hooked, or some people get it for surgeries, procedures, and then they're hooked, even if they don't have some like deep damage. But then they're fucking hooked. Yeah, someone get Luna here. Yeah, someone follow Luna. Get him that magic number 420. But dude, aliens are most certainly real. And I actually think that age or disclosure day trailer, like fuck it, man. I buy I buy that idea that Spielberg's got a little insider info. I don't believe that at all, Marty. Not at all, dude. I can't fathom aliens not be like that is a I grew up religious. I used to believe there's nothing out there. Like that's what I was taught very young and I believed it. God created us. We are it. There's nothing else out there. I can't make that make sense. I can't make that make sense with everything. It could be, Marty. Could be. I can't make it make sense that there's nothing else intelligent out there. I can't make it make sense. Well, what's the other argument, Marty? In the entire fucking universe, we're the only thing out there? Because of what? Because what would tell us that? What would make us believe that it's just us and nothing else? I don't know, dude. That's a hard thing. That's a hard thing for me to get with it. I'm open to anything and everything. I can't get with that. But I'm open to anything. There could be. Maybe there are some like cool ass flying horses with horns somewhere. Could be. I don't Marty, what's your side? Your side is humans are the only thing in the entire universe. There's nothing else anywhere. What is the argument for that? The weakest argument is it's so massive, it would make sense that there's something else alive out there. That's weak. That's just words. That's just words. That feels like the easy thing to say because we haven't seen them, or supposedly we haven't seen them. Supposedly we have seen them. There's nothing else out there because we haven't seen it, or at least we haven't been shown it. There's nothing else out there. It's only us over billions and billions of years over a universe that's so big we can't even comprehend it. But like, this is the only life is right here. It's the same argument on either side, Marty. I'm sorry. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. I think it's a crazy take. Respect it. I can believe it. I have believed it. But I'm just trying to think what makes sense. It makes sense that there should probably be some life somewhere. That simple. If we're just playing odds, I would play the odds that there's something else somewhere, you know? There's nothing anywhere because we haven't seen it. I mean, shit, there's so much we don't see. We see like a tiny speck compared to what's out there. Anyway, let's play the Disclosure Day ad. And maybe it's a psyop, maybe it's nothing. And I can get with that for sure. I guess I don't have any true belief about Spielberg and what he's doing and whatever. But it sure would be cool. Here we go. I don't know, guys. I guess Marty's got everything figured out. All right, let's play this. No. Marty knows. Marty knows. Marty knows. You're retarded if you don't. Hang on, let me see. It's to make you believe the fake upcoming. Now, I believe that. I believe there is the fake upcoming thing. I believe that fully. I think that's dangerous to think you know. I do. I think it's dangerous to say you know and not be open to the other side. And you'll say, no, I've been open to it. I've considered it. And I know for sure it's not right. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me get the volume right here. The trailer's badass. I think we can agree on that. Trailer's badass.
Found out we weren't alone. If someone showed you, proved it to you. Would that frighten you?
Good morning, Kansas City. Let's take a look.
Marty, you're too smart to get sucked down into anything. You got it, bro. This doesn't affect you. You don't get sucked down into anything.
Let's today is today's
People have a right to know the truth.
I think she's either an alien or it's like taken over by an alien or something like that. I don't know.
People have a right to know the truth. It belongs to 7 billion people.
what is it?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. So I'm going to show you.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world.
So I think the idea here, and I'm just trying to remember what this is supposed to be, but like, you know how they were trying to tell us that there's like this, well, remember the Skywalker stuff, Skywatcher, and that they've got their psionics team, and that they, can sit here and like call entities, beings, whatever. I think that's kind of what's going on here, or this is in the realm of like remote viewing, that kind of shit.
All at once.
People keep wondering, encountering the unknown.
They're coming! They're coming!
They are starved for the truth.
Do you think there could be others?
Why would he make such a vast universe? Yet save it only for us?
It looks pretty cool. It really, really does. Marty, you have the exact same argument. You're just on the other side of it. You're saying there's not aliens because herder. It's the same thing. Hang on, let's pull up. Let me pull up the Fermi paradox. Hang on, am I saying it right, Fermi? I don't think I've said, well, maybe I have. I think I've said or say things like, I believe there are. I'm not saying there are definitely aliens and you're a fucking retard if you don't think that's true. Marty, fuck off, dude. The Fermi paradox, Fermi, whatever, refers to the apparent contradiction between, hang on, let me zoom. Between the vast scale of the universe, billions of stars in the Milky Way alone, many potentially habitable planets, and the complete lack of evidence for extraterrestrial intelligent life. It stems from the casual question posed by physicist Enrico Fermi. Let's get to, this isn't that long. Okay, the universe is about 13.8 billion years old, and the Milky Way has existed for most of that time. If intelligent life is even moderately common, advanced civilizations could have arisen billions or billions of years ago. With technologies like self-replicating probes or interstellar travel, they could have colonized the entire galaxy in a cosmically short time frame, tens of millions of years, yet we see no signs No alien visitors, no radio signals, no megastructures, no artifacts. I mean, there's a lot more. I mean, here's the thing, Marty, and somebody like you who's into looking at things that we're not told, right? Cover-ups and conspiracies and all that shit. There's a lot of talk. Just talk. I can only say talk because I don't know proof. But there's a lot of talk that we have seen ships and that's been like scrubbed, hidden, whatever. That we have seen civilizations. That we have these all out there and we don't get to hear about it. Very similar to what? Like we were told, okay, if you grew up religious, that humans have only been on Earth for like, I don't know, 10,000 years, or I don't even know the number, right? As opposed to these newer ideas from the past couple decades where it's like, nope, there were probably civilizations on this planet many tens of thousands or maybe millions of years earlier. This is talking more like the pyramids and, again, ancient civilizations, right? There's a lot of our history that's just hidden from us, right? That we don't know. And I think it's okay to believe that our history we've been taught is largely fake. I think that's okay. I think that's like fair. I think it's fair to believe that. Oh, wait. I like this. So, Marty, is your like, tell me your belief. Is it more like the stuff that's out there that's like is being passed off as aliens is more spiritual? I just want to make sure. I just want to see where you're at. They're going to try and mix the spiritual with aliens for the next psyop. Because Marty, I guess I don't even know like religion wise, like where you're at with that stuff, if it even matters here. But I'm trying to think, like, do you believe in like the like biblical stories? Do you believe in like angels, demons? I don't know, even ghosts, any of that stuff, like spirit stuff? This is fun. That I'm curious about. And I don't know if he does or doesn't, but I'll just say this. I think it might just be all one and the same thing. They're gonna push some shit in the sky and say it's alien. Here, let me try that. Yeah. Yep. Like my mom is hyper religious. And right again, so grew up with it's us and us alone. Now I wonder these days if she's like, more like, the UFO alien shit is more like demons and angels and that shit. I don't know with her, but it shatters her whole like world if there's something else out there. And by the way, I'm open to it being all a psyop, but there is something is out there that's not just our tech, but I do believe, and these guys, a lot of people I listen to also say, yeah, it's mostly our tech up there. In 19, man, I want to hear back from Marty on that one point. In 1917, during World War I, 3 young shepherd children in Fatima, Portugal, reported a series of Martian apparitions. These events occurred. Blah, blah, blah. The children described a radiant lady dressed in white and brighter than the sun, who identified herself as Our Lady of the Rosary. She appeared 6 times. Okay. Promises proof. This event drew 30. Wait, was she supposed to come at a certain time? I probably missed something key here. In July, she revealed the 3 secrets: a vision of hell and souls in torment, prophecy of World War II, a symbolic vision revealed in 2000 of a bishop in white, interpreted as the Pope, being attacked, linked by some to the 1981 assassination attempt of Pope John Paul II. Did we get more, Marty? Hang on. They're going to do this Fatima stuff again in the tech and merge people's belief in aliens and religion into a new religion. Wouldn't shock me at all, dude. Now, see, like this is I go there. I can definitely go there. Marty, what is your thought like on religion, just like general? Like is there a God? Was Jesus real? Kind of thing, you know, like kind of curious, like your foundation. Because I do agree that this is a lot of fuckery, mostly fuckery. See, again, I think I'm with you here, dude. And at the same time, I believe there are critters, creatures, I still believe that. I also believe there's something bigger in play here. But Marty, are you religious? Like, is the religion thing bullshit too? Alien thing bullshit, religion bullshit, but also there's a thing being done here that's been done for over the course of like what, decades or 100 years, maybe even longer, to then, like you're saying, form a new religion. Because I'm with you that I think it's tied. I don't like organized religions. Religion. I have my own take on Jesus. Um, Okay. So also with you with the organized religion thing, but okay, then the question still is like angels, demons, you know, spiritual stuff. Do you believe that stuff is real? Okay. Promises proof. Some event, I can't remember which they're talking, drew 30,000 to 100,000 people despite heavy rain. Witnesses, including skeptics and journalists, reported the sun dancing, spinning, emitting multicolored lights, and plunging towards Earth before returning to normal. The ground enclosed, soaked earlier, dried instantly. Eyewitness accounts describe it as a silver disc, painless to view with zigzagging motions lasting 10 minutes. No astronomical observations recorded anomalies, leading some to suggest optical effects from staring at the sun or mass suggestion, while Catholics view it as miraculous. Interesting shit. Interesting. So, okay, then Marty, if you boil it all down, do you think this is all like a big human manufactured like I don't know, means of like mind control, people control? Is that like ultimately what it is? You'll get your crypto scams. You'll get them. Hang on. Okay. Okay. I dig it. Hey, I think like all of it is true at the same time, as in I do think there's most likely aliens. Like I believe there are. I do believe there's something out there like on the spiritual front, and it might all be the same thing. And I believe it's a psyop, and I do believe it's being used to control us and trick us and all of that. I believe all of it. Marty, I think you're going to murder us if we meet up at this point. I think Marty's confounding aliens existing with aliens having visit us or could visit us. I mean, I'm like probably most people. I want to see proof, and all I can do is believe and hope and all of that. And it's weird, yeah. But I believe I'm religious too, not organized. Hey, shit, yeah, hell yeah. I think we should have a sacrificial thing. I think we should burn it all, dude. Grays are definitely not real. We'll see. They might not be. All right, did somebody follow Luna? Hey, Luna, we got you to 420. There we go. Boom. Special moment, dude. All right, damn, we got sidetracked. Dude, we're an hour and 20 minutes in. Holy fuck. All right, supposedly next year we get paid. Ain't gonna happen. Trump's all words. And even if it happens, doesn't mean anything, huh? Doesn't mean anything. American families will save between $11,000 and $20,000 on taxes next year. Again, words, I think means zero. I think probably means zero. This is where there's hopium. At this point with Trump, again, the words don't mean anything. Anything. He says the economy's never been better. I would say just about every single person I talk to would tell you it's the opposite. Like the total opposite. So it's tricky when he's saying one thing, it's in his world, in his circle, his boys. All right, let's do the crypto scam. I'm sorry. An hour and 20 minutes in, we get to the crypto scam. Crypto bro. By the way, this has happened to me, but like on the other end, like someone trying to send me crypto. And it happened multiple times. Somebody sends me crypto. I don't get it. He's like, well, you had to have gotten it. I grabbed your name right from Etherscan. Okay. Some poor fool. This is a bummer. Lost $50 million. $50 fucking million. Sending ETH from what? His wallet to some other wallet of his, moving money. He never got it. He never got it because there is a thing going on. And you know, guys, most of you already know. There's a thing that happens here in crypto where you might see it too. You get transactions. You get these little fractions of a penny transactions sent to your wallet. And maybe you don't know what they are. This is people like basically poisoning your your account. Okay, what happens often here is, look, I'm trying to send English or Marty or Home or Belmont Kane some money, and I've sent him some before, right? I sent him a little test transaction, sent him $2 just to make sure he gets it, and I sent it to him, and he gets it, and he's like, got it, we're all good, send me the other 50 mil. And so go back to Etherscan, copy the address, send it, and he never receives it. Reason why is you got bad actors out there who can kind of spoof, kind of copy your address, your wallet address. They have a wallet that is very close to yours, as in like the first 4 characters, maybe even more, but the first 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever are the exact same as what you were expecting. And the last 4 or so were the exact same as what you were expecting. But if you're able to see everything in between, and if you like paid closer attention, you'd realize it's a completely different address. It's a completely different address. And this happens. So when somebody was trying to send me crypto, they would go to Etherscan, they would go copy the address they sent to what they thought was my address, and they're going just by eyeballs, right? They're like, ends in blah, 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 starts in blah, blah, blah. Yep, that's it. Copies it. Yeah, that's, yep. Control C or right click, but to them, it's like it's lazy, right? It's not being careful with that much money, not being careful. So you see it and it looks like it, and it's moving too quick. So like, that's the address, right click, copy, send it. Well, they just sent it to a scammer. Happens all the time. It's rare that it happens with transactions this big. But you see it right here. Starts with 0xBAF. Well, here's 0xBAF. And again, ends in F8B5. Well, ends in F8B5. So again, quick glance, boom, boom, that's the one. But again, if you look in the middle, it's not. It's not. And you see it right. This is the actual transaction. So sent $50, went to the right address, went back, copied another address, thought it was the same. And again, the copy's right next to it. So just clicks copy, sends it, wrong address. Now, that person, that sir, could exactly be what's happening here. That could exactly be what's happening here. The timing of it, super sus. Um, damn, I saw a post kind of explain it. Well, I mean, we don't need a post to explain it. There's also a very good chance. There's a very, very good chance that that's exactly what happened. Somebody like kind of trying to lost harvest, claim they got their money stolen. The time of the year makes that super sus. It's very possible, very fucking possible that this isn't an accident, that this is somebody thinking they're smart and hiding their money. That could definitely be it. In fact, I could probably get I couldn't get there easily. I'm there. It could definitely be that. Now, the person put an on-chain message here requesting the money back, which is interesting too. Makes me think maybe, I don't know, it's either playing like really leaning into it more, but they put a message on chain to the hacker. We've officially filed a criminal case. Let's see if they actually did, because that would tell us for sure, right? But filed a criminal case with the assistance of law enforcement, cybersecurity agencies, multiple blockchain protocols. We've already gathered substantial and actionable intelligence regarding your activities. Your wallets are under surveillance. So he lists all the wallets that are associated with the scam address. And he's saying, you have one opportunity. Send back the money and actually keep $1 million of it. Keep $1 million as it. We'll treat this like you are a white hat hacker, right? It's a bounty that you get to claim, you get to keep for finding the vulnerability, which it's not a vulnerability. I mean, right? But this is the guy with this guy fat fingered it. By the way, okay, is that actually illegal? I think it is illegal, right? If you trick somebody into sending you money, right? Okay, like we've probably all had this happen in our bank account. Bank accidentally, like, money shows up, or your paycheck is like double deposited or something like that, because you got a human at one point typing this stuff in. You're like, can I spend it? If I spend it, do I have to give it back because it was their mistake, right? I think the truth is you have to give it back. It's not intended to be yours. Even if it's an accident, it doesn't mean it's yours now. And the funny thing is, we see this all the time in crypto, right? We see it all the time in crypto, like people like accepting a lowball offer because they got kind of tricked. If he's got an actual case, like if he actually reported it, then, then maybe not. But otherwise, yeah, dude, this could totally be this dude just getting, I don't know, a $50 million write-off. The timing is super sus. God, I wish I had that tweet too. But again, it's not like it was something crazy. It's not like it's some fucking profound thing. It's like, just pointing out what he said. Let me see if I got it though. Totally random. Who watched the Jake Paul fight last night? What'd you think? I only saw the end, right? Like the clips that are out there. Was the fight any good though? Kind of sounds like it wasn't. Yeah. Kind of sounds like it was shitty. What's up, Sir Billy? Yeah, it kind of sounds like it was a shitty fight. So there you go. 50 million comes and goes that quickly, and it happens a lot, dude. Maybe not 50 mil, but this kind of thing happens a lot. Again, if it's happened to me multiple times, and I'm telling you, it wasn't a one-off thing when it was sent to me. This was probably like 4 or 5 times this happened. And every time I'm like, dude, I didn't get it again. He's like, double check, because I get it right from Etherscan. Well, we know exactly why now. The exact same thing happened. Also, something's going on, I think, in the abstract ecosystem. Was he trying in the first 6 rounds though? Not Paul, but the guy he was fighting. Was he trying to keep the fight going a little longer? Was there a poly market that it would go at least 5 or 6 rounds? I don't know how long the fight actually is. It's not like a 12 round thing, is it? But anyway, hey, a bunch of little pudgy holders. Actually, I know someone else that got drained recently too. Got another epidemic. But yeah, we've got like multiple Lil Pudgy holders who have lost their shit. It sucks. This dude, Jamsy's he's a nice guy. Like, sucks to see him get got. Like, checked his wallet, his NFT's gone, his ETH gone, all his shit gone. And I believe he's got multiple wallets, so not everything, but Jake Paul is actually like a decent fighter. I can't say good, and I don't know enough, right? But he seems like a decent fighter. Oh, no shit. Wait. Hang on. Let's get back. I got so high from this bowl, I forgot I was watching the show. Luna, good shit. I love Luna. You missed some good spice, dude. Okay. Prime Nick. My wallet was drained with my Lil Pudgy 2 days ago, and it was in my ledger. Okay. So Musty's saying the guy on the right thinks it's his wife. That's fucked up. Dude, okay, I'll tell you, I maybe don't have the best security practices in some places. I've got some of my seed phrases written down in a notebook. I'm compromised, bros. I'm compromised. My wife found the notebook, and I know she found it because the way it was sitting. And then she even told me, I saw the book. I saw the thing. She said, I almost took a picture of it, but I didn't. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. I'm compromised. I'm totally compromised. It probably is like 8+ seed phrases in it, which is not smart. I know. I've got the fucking, what are those metal, like those steel plates that you can punch your seed phrase in and it's code? I've got that. I should have been using that, but yeah, my wife has found my book and she said she didn't take a picture, but she probably took a picture, right? If you were betting, would you bet she took a picture? Also, apparently one of my girls spoiled my wife's Christmas present last night. Like, straight up told her what I got her. What the fuck? What the actual fuck, man? He had the ability to move around. Oh, talking about Jake Paul. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's you can tell he's a decent fighter. Dude, he got his jaw fucking broken. That is gnarly looking. I'll show that. There's some blood in it, so I'll give a heads up when I do for anybody who cares. But look, Shamdu put this out. I mean, we're kind of on the scam topic still a little bit. I'm not saying Pump Fun's a scam at all, but Shamdu is saying it maybe Pump Fun getting forced to start doing KYC. Might be some truth there, bro. I assume like look, I don't leave stuff like that to chance. I assume those are compromised now. Dude, it's true. They're wired different. They're schemers, dude. They definitely are. Yeah. You're doing it the right way. Yep. I should have had him punched on those steel plate thingies, man. I forget what that thing is even called, but I should have had that. Luckily, nothing I have is worth anything anymore, so all good. I still believe 5-10 years off. It's a whole different story, though. Still believe it. Always will. But yeah, I consider those compromised and now officially on record somewhere, which kind of sucks, man. Which kind of sucks. Yes, sir. And also, hey, yes, sir. My wife's cool. She's fucking awesome. But yeah, those wallets are no longer mine. Luckily, I got the few others that ain't known. No, actually, truth is I don't have anything. Truth is I'm at 0. So it's okay either way. You know what's funny? If it were ever at the point where me and the wife split or something like that, if it were ever there, I would just put my seed phrase. I would just put the seed phrase online. I just would. I would just put my seed phrase online, let everybody else get to it first, you know? That's what we'd do. All right, let's peek at the market here real quick. See if there's anything to look forward to. If Santa Rally's in play still, technically it is. It's technically in play. Santa rally, last 5 days of December, first 2 days of January. It's in play. It's possible. We'll see. Anyway, Bitcoin at 88. Did I refresh? Hang on. Let's get a good fresh take. Yeah. Nice and stable over the weekend. All right, we're at 88. ETH 2900, BNB 851, Ripple 193, and Solana 126. I mean, we're basically looking at a page of stable coins. There we go. There we go. I love this. I love it. We've all seen this graphic before, but let's go down memory lane. And actually, I'm going to ask for your guys' help because later this week, and it's probably going to be the Thursday show, going to do a year in review. Wow, Christmas is this week. Fuck, dude. Okay, hang on. So maybe not, because I think Thursday's Christmas. So maybe I save this for like New Year's Eve. So maybe I do this like next Wednesday. Actually, that probably makes sense. Next Wednesday I'll do it. But yeah, I'm gonna have a list of like the top 50 things that happened this year. And then we're gonna narrow it down and have our top 10 happenings of 2025. And I got to imagine the Trump coin is going to be number one. I have to imagine. But yeah. Dude, I'm more optimistic, more bullish, more ridiculous than most people. I know. Like, I'm pretty fucking self-aware. However, I am no longer, or I can't say I was never this guy, but there's still people out here saying the bull run didn't happen. There's people saying we've been in a bear market all year, and I know technically no, but also I think you could make that argument in a weird way. You wouldn't technically be right, I don't think, but I maybe there's something there. I don't know. What's up, Bold? GM, man. But anyway, let's review some cool fucking happenings from this year. Just a reminder of all the crazy stuff we did see, because we saw some crazy shit. Man, Luna, you've seen it, though. You've seen people out there saying we've been in a bear market since February or March or something like that, which is crazy. But here we go. Wait, hang on. Let's not get I don't know if that's a real deal song. Let's not get a copyright. Let's go Beanie Max.
He's a crypto gamer of this digital land. NFTs age your taste so sharp.
You guys remember GOAT? Holy fuck, I forgot all about GOAT. Like the beginning of the craziness. I think GOAT was the beginning of the craziness. The beginning of the AI boom. The beginning of like fucking... I mean, GOAT was the start of something crazy. Not to say there wasn't crazy shit before, because like memes were ridiculous before. GOAT was the beginning of the end. You know what I mean? I think you can consider the top from GOAT to Trump. I think that's probably fair to say. Top wasn't... I mean, it is a moment. It is Trump. But I think the toppy euphoric phase was GOAT to Trump. Fartcoin, Popcat, GOAT. Hey, we had that GOAT call at like 2 mil. That was pretty good. Giga. We're going to see Mudang here. Cerebro was a thing. Look at... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Chill Guy was wild. Fuck, man. All the opportunities, and I hope people did make some money this cycle. I hope they did. I've seen some polls out there. Wow, that was short. I've seen some that was it, dude. That's where I got it from. Confusion, the GOAT call, because I remember his thesis was great. Confusion made the GOAT call, and he won me over with that quickly. And I'm like, yes, sir. I see it. You're right. Nailed it. Confusion, the quant. We'll see, Bold. I don't know. Like, again, I think no matter what, next year's different, but it doesn't mean different better. Like what I just keep saying this. We've never had rate cuts in a bear market. We are getting rate cuts next year. That would be pretty different if we're in a deep, dark, fucking awful bear market and getting rate cuts and stimmies and stuff like that. That's different. Or it's different and we see Bitcoin run to 150, 200, which would be different. Either way, it's going to be different. It's just different now. Actually, there's here, I was going to put up... You guys have seen this making the rounds now, right? different adoption phase, as in crypto tech and blockchain adoption growing at a unprecedented rate, but prices don't match it. I think that's fair. We can have a few quants, by the way. Like a bunch of you guys are great at this shit. Like just great traders, got that great insight. Luna, you're there. But Luna's been on the lighter thing since before. I heard nobody talking about lighter. Luna was talking about lighter. Luna was telling everybody, shaking everybody, get your asses on lighter. That's Luna. And now, as of yesterday, I hear about NATO from Luna and saying that's the next thing. So definitely jump on NATO. Definitely. Cerebro's crazy. Dude, Pippin is the new crime coin. Pippin is insane. Pippin still's good. Pippin is fucking insane. From like 20 mil up to 520 mil down to 350 the other day. I think it's back at 500-ish. Yeah, where is... Okay, hang on. Yep. I mean, here's Pippin, 420 mil. Got to 520. I think this is not... Yeah, Pippin hit 520 mil. In this crazy-ass market. Crime coin, man. Cerebro crime coin, though. Yeah, we got a lot of crime here, and it's fucking amazing. Yeah, this is the thing I wish I understood more is that, yeah, I feel like they got to do something drastic. Otherwise, they're wrecked. And all the things I was hopeful about crypto, I mean, it's all inevitable anyways, but the Clarity Act is in big trouble. And the economy's looking scary. Even if they say it's looking great, it's looking scary. And I don't know what them criming the market really looks like and how it helps us. You know what I mean? You recognize the type, right, English? There's just a type. It's kind of like Bubby, right? There's just a type. Bubby's like a different version, right? But there's a type that can be good at this stuff, and they're not your usual dude. Pippin was one of those early AI coins. You know, like it was in that first crop of like, all these new fucking crazy ass things, and Pippin was one of them for sure. And it doing what it's doing now is not doing anything because it's so great. It's got an Aster listing. People are criming the fuck out of that thing on Aster. Yep. So anybody who missed it, you missed it because there was nothing to catch other than crime. So this is why I'm a little worried still about next year. A lot worried. I'm like optimistic, and then I try to counter it myself too. Cynthia Loomis is out. She's not seeking re-election. She's our crypto queen. She's out. She's not seeking re-election. You know, she's the one behind the strategic Bitcoin reserve for sure. And we won't have her as an ally for much longer here. We've got a year of her left. Her goal at this point is getting the Clarity Act passed. That's what she said is her goal. From here to the end of her term, it's everything to get market structure bill passed. And it's not looking good for the Clarity Act right now. It's not. It was supposed to be passed this month. Now they're only going to get through the markup in January. I don't think it's voted on in January. Clarity Act is in trouble. Not good. If the Democrats get control, I'm pretty worried about the crypto industry. Again, it's all unstoppable, but yeah, not good. Not good. Really not good. And fuck, no shock here, but the Pentagon failed its annual audit for the 8th year in a row. You know, like fuckery from those guys. Leon over on Abstract. Yeah, man. It's not good shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It ain't good. But yeah, this is interesting, right? Actually, I kind of want to read the article. Maybe I'm not gonna right now, but yeah, this is like, what is this? Is this the NASDAQ compared to like, what is this? The dot-com bust, 15-year market recovery and rise of the internet. Yeah, like a similar thing that they're comparing it to with crypto, again, where prices will be absolutely garbage for a while usage, like utilization of blockchain, it's like folded into everything or everything folded into it. It could make a lot of sense that's what happens. But look, everybody's readjusting their plans, their thoughts for next year. Tom Lee now doing it too, who just 2 weeks ago saying Bitcoin still did 200K this year and whatever. Right? I'm learning a lot. Be careful who you listen to, all that stuff. Yeah, bold still, you're right. And I think we know, right? We know there was almost definitely some crime involved. There's, stable coin that gets depegged and out of whack and this big old cascading effect and fucked over. It sounds like Wintermute, but it sounds like there was something way more like coordinated there. And Marty Party, and I trust Marty Party. I believe him saying that China is selling Bitcoin aggressively. 190,000 Bitcoin that they were holding. They're down to like 19,000 at this point, but China aggressively selling Bitcoin since 1010. So he's saying there's like state actor kind of stuff or state level things happening here too. I wouldn't be shocked. Wouldn't be surprised at all. But yeah, Tom Lee adjusting his price targets now. Bitcoin 60 to 65K. This is I don't think this is Q1 next year. I think this is first half of the year. So he's expecting a rough first half of the year. ETH down to 1,800, Sol down to 50. And there you go. Tom Lee at Binance Week, this is what, 2 weeks ago, said Ethereum at 3,000 is undervalued. Predicted that ETH would reach 15,000 by the end of this year. Now saying that early next year, we're looking at 1,800 ETH. Crazy. Yeah, man, I'll save some of this for tomorrow, but adoption's still happening and at a crazy rate. We have now banks can issue stable coins. That's thanks to the Genius Act. Our first, our first like happenings from that are happening. It's cool to see. Pretty cool to see. Oh, here we go. Crazy how many of these events are happening at the end of tax season, right? This again, talking about the $50 million oopsie, but there it is. There it is. A couple other quick headlines here. CryptoPunks. I think it's 4. Is it 6 CryptoPunks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 CryptoPunks. And I believe 8 Chromie Squiggles acquired by the Museum of Modern Art. Pretty cool. I still love that shit. I still believe that shit. I do. And I always will. I do believe a lot of what's happening here is important, especially on the art side. NFTs is going to be important for so many reasons, so many other things like RWAs, whatever. You guys know, lending, like just there's going to be so many utilities for NFTs, but the art part I just love. And I don't think we need anybody to legitimize it, but also this does legitimize it, differently. And this has been going on for a while. But anyway, the Museum of Modern Art acquired 8 CryptoPunks, 8 Chromie Squiggles. Very fucking cool. Doopies revealed, I think yesterday or the day before. Last I saw the floors at like 0.7 Sol. Let me see what they're at right now. NodeMonk's holding up like decently well. I'm kind of surprised. I don't know if I expect that to keep happening. Doopy's at 0.84. Not bad. Post reveal, they're down, I don't know, 15%. It's not crazy. That's, I think, an interesting collection. I don't think they do well, but I do think that's kind of, I think decent. I've been waiting years for Bitcoin dominance to go down and others to go up. Still waiting, still stacking. There we go, mice. There we go. I still need. I had a question. I don't know if anybody here minted the send receive from Art Blocks. I don't know when the mint ends. Most of you, I imagine, are eligible for it. Here's what I wasn't sure about, and I didn't mint yet because I don't know. Okay, which is when you go and you mint, do you have to create your version first and then buy, or do you buy it and then you create your thing? Like, I'm not sure. I don't want to mint it and then be stuck with like a pixel. But I think that's how it works. I think you buy it and then you can configure it. Maybe you can even change it too, right? But I think these are pretty fucking cool. Not saying they're valuable. They're not. They're free. There's a billion of them. But what I don't want to do is buy it and be locked in and not have something I got to like design myself. So if anybody minted and has got a little heads up about that. Okay. Artwork parameters can change after purchase. Okay, so it sounds like I can mint it and then do the tweaking. So that's cool. That's cool. Black Star, incorrect. Actually, he's showing a V1 Punk. CryptoPunks were the first NFT project on ETH. Wrong. Wrong for so many reasons too, but and people calling them out. No, CryptoKitties were the first NFT on ETH. Also, I say wrong. Everybody's got different definitions. I don't define an NFT by a token standard, right? Like saying CryptoKitties are the first NFT, it's because it's the first ERC 721. But I don't think token standard defines NFT. He's saying CryptoPunks aren't NFTs because they're ERC 20s, but they are non-fungible. Those ERC 20s are each different because of some code fuckery. I'll just say it like that, right? CryptoPunks are non-fungible. It doesn't matter what the token standard is. I think an NFT is a blockchain artifact that is unique, and CryptoPunks are each unique, even though they're on ERC 20s. And we know there were things minted back in 2015, 2016. Hell, I even think there's stuff from like 2012 or some shit. Like I'm talking a long time ago that are unique blockchain artifacts. They're non-fungible. I don't think token standard matters. So I think he's wrong. It's the first 10K PFP. Yes. I think Anonymous Nobody, who I love, is wrong too. I don't think an NFT is an ERC 721. So I think everybody's wrong. Also right by their own definitions too, right? So it's fine. And Harto can't stop minting new stuff. My God. My God. Stop minting, sir. No, I'm kidding. Artists mint as much as you want for whatever price you want. Do what you want. Go create and have fun, Just have fun. All right. I think that's it. I think we'll just wrap. I think we'll do that. We learned that aliens are not real and that we are fucking retarded. And what else? That was basically the takeaway from today. We know that people are criming themselves. So we know that. Sending $50 million to themselves and blaming someone else. Harto top extractor is fucking accurate. Whatever happened with flowers, right? Like the floriforms, that there was supposed to be some big old evolution to them, right? If you have dude, I love this. Remember floriforms and there's duplicates? I don't think that was on purpose. Just a gut. Maybe it was, right? He said it was on purpose and that if you collect, the same ones, you can evolve them. I think it was an accident. And by the way, there's been no evolution, or I've missed it entirely, but there was supposed to be a whole nother face of that collection where you evolve your flowers. Never happened. Never happened. Sir Billy, where was the falling out? Are we talking floriforms? Like like something that killed the evolution thing? Uh-oh. What's Luna got? Luna's got to play. Luna's in the fucking zone. He's on his brain is in another galaxy right now, and he found a play. Let's see. It's called Cascade. Coinbase Ventures invested in them. Curious what it is. Because I was buying some stuff that Coinbase Ventures, invested in, and it's not always the best thing. Like I know. But like Coinbase Ventures invested in Billy Betts, and that thing is not looking very good right now. In fact, they pivoted what they're doing. Oof. Dude fucking broke his jaw in 2 places. Oh, he got rocked. Jaw broken in 2 places. Did you guys see like when he opened his mouth and you could see his jaw? Did you guys see that? You want to see it? Here, I'll put it up. Oh, no shit. What was the name of that server that what was that team he was working with? He worked with them on everything. I forget who that was. But okay, hang on. A little blood here. I'm going to show, like, if you haven't seen, we're going to peek at his jaw. So there's the x-ray. Jaw broken here, jaw broken here. But I think this has got the mouth shot. Yeah. Okay, hang on. I'll give you guys the warning. I know some people don't like that stuff. Okay, ready? I'll do just a quick countdown. In 5, I'm going to count down from 5, and then we show it. It's not that gory at all. It's not. Man, I can't wait to try this shit. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's peek. Oh, Vivid. That's right. It was Vivid. Okay. All right, check it out. Here's his jaw after that fucking knockout punch. Look at that shit. That's crazy. Also, I think like super fucking common, but there's that broken jaw. Dude, that's gotta hurt. And I can't tell, is that where the other break is? Is it here and then like here? But yeah, dude, that's a broken jaw. Holy fuck. That's badass. Fighters are cool. Like, fighters are badasses. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. All right. All right, boys. We'll wrap there. Great hanging. We should be... I'm scheming. I'm scheming. You know what I'm saying? I'm scheming. Who's winning the Tate fight? I think Tate wins. Who do you guys got tonight? Only because I saw videos of the other guy and I thought he looked silly, but also I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I think I'm going Tate. Who do you guys got? Dude, it's almost 40 degrees out. Holy cow, nice. Dude, it's been so cold. That's awesome. Tate heavily favored. Okay. Yeah, I saw clips of this other guy and he looks like he doesn't know how to fight. But again, I don't know. Maybe I saw just a stupid clip. Like, doesn't protect his head. He like fucking dances around funny, So we'll see. All right, boys. Hope your day's excellent. Back tomorrow, same time, same place, all that shit. Remember, subscribe. It's Inside NFTs on YouTube. And follow me, Huda_idiot on X. I'm sure I'll chat with you boys later today anyways, too. But if I don't, we'll see you. Goodbye.